Coach Troy here from Metro Lutheran Ministries Financial Opportunity Center. You're watching our series of videos on improving your financial health. Now, if you haven't yet done so, please be sure to check out the previous videos in this series. They're designed to be watched in order so that they can better help guide you to be more successful as you work to improve your financial health. In today's video, we'll be talking about the three main ways people can pay for expenses. We'll be discussing the pros and cons of cash, credit cards, and debit cards. And we used to consider cash, the paper and coin-based currency of America, as the standard when paying for things. But then people began to acquire credit cards, which meant that they could charge their expenses to an account to be paid once a month. And then, with the advancements in computer connections between banks and businesses, the debit card came into existence, where you were charging directly out of your accounts. Now let's talk first about the good and bad of using cash. First of all, it's simple. If you have cash, you can spend it. And there are very few businesses that don't take cash. It can be a very visual method of tracking how much money you have, since you literally can see and feel the money as you pay for things. Now, that's something we could take advantage of later in the envelope system of budgeting, but we'll do more on that in a future video. On the bad side of cash, there's no breaking system when you use cash. If you have it available, you can spend it. And this has allowed some people to spend far beyond what they had planned. Secondly, cash is not very secure. If you drop the money, if you lose your wallet or purse, your money is simply gone. And even if it's in a hidden place at home, it can still be accessed by those that you don't want to have it. I mean, how else could it be that we find pictures on the internet of hiding money under the mattress, or back in the toilet tank, in a can in your cupboard, even in your gum, or a sock in your underwear drawer? Somebody looking to get your money at home is going to know to look in these places. Now, credit cards have pluses and minuses as well. They let you carry just one item that can be used to pay bills at almost all businesses. I've run across very few that won't take a credit card. It's easy to track your spending because every month you get a bill that says to you, here's what you've spent. And on the downside, credit cards will let you charge up to, and in many cases even over, your credit limit. They'll approve a temporary increase to cover the expense. And you have no real sense of having spent money because whether you swipe or insert or tap your card, it's the same movement if you're spending $1 or if you're spending $100. There's also a lack of security involved with credit cards. If you were to drop your credit card and someone found it, they could literally spend money before you noticed it was gone. And let's not forget that if you can't pay the full amount that you owe on that credit card, you're going to be charged interest, which is going to add to the amount of money that you've already spent. Now, debit cards only spend what you have available in the account. But in other senses, they're the same pluses and minuses of a credit card. Again, not having a sense of how much money you've spent can be a problem. So which should you use? Well, to be honest, you're probably going to use at least two of these three, if not all three of these forms of payment. If you're going to use cash, some things to keep in mind. Don't carry more cash than you expect to be able to spend or need to spend. Again, if it's not in your wallet, you can't spend it. So I have clients who I suggest go out and withdraw money before they go to the grocery store. Don't carry it around with you until you're going to need to spend it. That improves the security of your money and prevents you from spending it when you stop somewhere other than where your intended destination is. And don't carry a lot of small bills. It's easy to spend ones and fives. They disappear out of your wallet faster than anything. But 10s and 20s tend to remind you, hey, you're spending some real money. Save your change. In fact, it's a good thing to get into the habit of when you get home, any of those small bills and coins go into a personal savings bank in your house. When you have enough, drop it off and deposit it into your savings account in the bank. That's a nice way to save a little extra money. If you're going to use credit cards, make sure you have a specific use in mind for your card. I have clients who have a specific credit card that they use just to pay for gas for the car, or just to buy groceries with. Make sure that you keep your receipts. This will let you check to see if you did spend the money that they're going to tell you did when you get your statement. It's often hard to remember 30 days later. Did I spend that money? The receipts will let you know. And pay it off every month. That's the advantage to using it for a specific purpose. If all I'm going to use my credit card for is buying gas for my car, I should have enough money left at the end of the month to be able to cover that. If I'm using my credit card to just buy whatever I want, well, you see how that can add up in a hurry. If we add debit cards to the list, again, everything we've already said about credit cards falls into place. But we also want to set up account alerts for usage. While a credit card has a fraud division that can help protect you, a debit card comes directly out of your account. That money is gone the moment that they were to use it. So if you have an account alert set up, it will notify you every time that card's used. And if you notice a problem, you can stop it sooner. Again, check your receipts against your monthly bill just as a reminder. And be mindful how easy it is to just swipe a card. Again, whether you're spending $1.50 for a soda, or you're spending $100 on something that you didn't really need, the motion and the feeling is the same. Regardless of how you're going to spend your money, whether by cash, credit card, debit card, or even writing checks, remember to do so with a budget. Plan how much money you're going to spend. Spending it just as you feel like it causes a lot of financial grief for a lot of people. If you'd like to work with a financial coach here at Metro Lutheran Ministries Financial Opportunity Center, our contact information is on the screen. You just need to be decided within yourself that you're ready to change your financial future. It's not an easy process and it's not fast, but it can definitely be done, and we're here to help. The next video in our series on financial health will deal with budget frustrations that affect everyone, every time.